My name is Donovan Francisco Acuna, and this is the introduction to Melanin Memoirs. About 2 years ago, I was actually talking with a coworker. He was in a uh, web development class. Like they were going over creating a website over whatever topic they chose, and I was telling him how I wanted to create a blog about the experiences I've gone through that have helped me realize that racism isn't only blatant, but it's very passive. It's painted with quotas, appropriation, and tokenism, and I I really want to. I feel like I've gone through a lot of things that others may have and don't ever share, and I know I've gone through a lot of things that no one else has. Um, I found out I was black when I was 5 years old. Um, I was walking in the mall with my mom. Some dude walks by and I exclaim that he's a bad guy. She inquires why I thought that, and I informed her that all the bad guys on cops are black, and she asked me if I was bad, and after answering no, she points to a nearby mirror and she explains to me that I'm also black. Um, it was really eye opening, and and instead of being proud of like this new found thing like I was when I found my first chest hair, like, oh, when did that get there? It was like I felt like I had a blemish for years, and I can say this with a smile on my face because I'm proud of my blackness. And I hear DeRay in the background saying, and yours too, like, but I I still want to share what I've gone through because I was angry at one point when I first wanted to write these things. I was really angry. Reading what I wrote recently, I don't want to come off like that. I'm not biased by any means. Um, I mean, if anything, I'm biased about the show Cops. I hate that show. But I I just I just really want to put out there the ways that people go about their day to day and like encroaching on other people's human rights, like be it in a place of work or just you're walking by yourself on the street. I spoke with a friend of mine recently, and he and I both agreed that videos would be the best way to go about this because I could condense the information. So every Sunday I'll be posting new videos. My goal is to create a spectrum, like I said, of passive and blatant behaviors that people exhibit in hopes to, like make someone question whether they are people who perpetrate those same things. And it's not to persecute anybody, and it's not to make anybody feel bad because an eye for an eye leaves every man blind. And you'd like to think that in a world like that, there'd be no racism, but I feel like unless we realize that the superficial does not matter, like we would start judging people off the way we talk. And I want to be a part, even if my part is just a drop in this ocean of change. I want to be a part of it. And change is enacted through love, not through anger. Um, you know, our president right now should know that. In tangent, sorry, I just had to throw that in there. He just popped in my head. But it's I don't know. I feel like society or the man deserves to be no, not deserves, needs to be educated, and that's how things will hopefully that's how things will change, um, and that's how people will realize that certain shit they say is not as PC as they believe. Um, like I've never lived in a place that has, except for Arizona, that has been, or maybe okay, I guess Southern Medford, where I grew up, was is kind of known for its roots in racism. But for the most part, I've lived in places that are considered like culturally acceptable. But I would say I definitely deal with it on a day to day, if not on every other day basis. And so, like I said, every Sunday I'll be posting these videos that go over experiences I've had that have opened me up to the way that ignorant people work and the way that ignorance is spread throughout the world. Because some people don't even know that they're racist or that they've said something that is otherwise racist. And I feel like they do deserve to know. I bite my tongue a lot because I'm usually working when this shit happens to me. And sometimes I think about clocking off and then it doesn't even matter. But I'm gonna make these videos. This is gonna be, it'll be therapeutic, it'll be educational, and it'll probably be pretty funny too. Not that racism or prejudice is funny, but objectively, some of the things that I've gone through make you just think like, what? What? But anyways, thank you for whatever tuning in, as they might say. Yeah, I will be back next Sunday.